You like time machines? Well, we don't have one. But what we do have is the power of imagination. So let's use that and imagine it's 1997. Internet is this brand new thing that surprisingly has a lot to offer. A lot of untapped potential, it seems. Now, as an investor who is witnessing this rapid growth, what would you do? Invest, right? Right. And that is what happened. Wait, confused? No worries. Let us start from the start. So in this video today, we will discuss about the .com bubble. (1993) saw the evolution of internet. On the one hand, where it was not as easy to Google your way out as it's today. On the other hand, companies like Mosaic came up for the rescue. They introduced the concept of internet browsers, something that made it really easy for the users to use internet. Their approach entirely changed towards it, and as a result, the user percentage went up to 1000%. Now they had a resource that had the potential to mint some good money. But what else? Well, to get the produce, you need to sow the seeds. And money makes money. So, availing funds was a requirement. But with the loan percentages being strikingly low in the 1970s, getting funds was somewhat a cakewalk. Money plus resources. Now that's what you call the perfect recipe for entrepreneurship. It was a time when the .coms flooded the passages of internet, and also the time when the OGs were formed. 1995 introduced the Netscape Communications, a company that showed as a game changer in the market. It introduced its own internet browser known as the Netscape Navigator, which overthrew Mosaic with its swift performance and a very user-friendly interface. The response that the company received was tremendous, and as a result, the company decided to open its avenues to the public. Everyone wanted to get their hands on the stock of the company that had internet wrapped around its little finger. As a result, on the first day of trade, the stock values doubled. The market capitalization of the company went up to 2.5 billion. The Nasdaq index seemed to break records every single day, and the success that the company got within a few days was near to what it would take 43 years for another company following the general dynamics to gain the same level of success. Investors and entrepreneurs entered the internet age with funds in their hand, ready to throw them at whatever opportunity they got to invest in a .com. But there was no profit. However, the .coms convinced the investors that that's how things work, You invest, you suffer some losses, and eventually you witness some heavenly profit. And investors agreed. A leap of faith, I'd say. An expensive one. While there were no profits, the .coms used the investors' funds to establish their offices, market their company, and have the time of their lives. 1999 witnessed a 360-degree enthusiasm of different industries just ready to dive in the sea of internet. Some companies even noticed the .com hype and just casually added that to their names to gain more attraction. But the good old saying, every good thing comes to an end. And here, this end of the relatively chill and economically favorable time for the .coms started with the rumor about the Y2K. Heard of it? Well, if not, then let me help you out. In 1998, there was a hysteria in the market about the Y2K bug. Y for year, 2 for 2 and K for 2000s. That is, the year 2000 bug or the millennium bug would ruin the software systems all across the globe. Companies relentlessly prepared to correct their software and safeguard their systems before the end of 31st December 1999. They believed that the onset of the new century would cause some major damages to their software systems. Why so? Well, because until 1990s, most of the computer programs were designed in a way that they saved space. So the 4 digits of a year, for example 1998, were abbreviated as 2, that is 98. But with the onset of 2000s, the last 2 digits, that is 00, would be recognized as 1900, and that would crash a lot of software systems all across the globe, including some major systems that belonged to the bank sector or the government. The companies believed that the software would not function properly unless they were all reprogrammed. And all of this hysteria promoted more chaos in the market and the digital industry, from banking to government and the private sector. According to people, everything was under the danger of destruction. As a result, the United States worked day and night to reprogram all their softwares before the onset of 2000s. The government systems were vulnerable and least prepared for the bug. The European Commission was too psyched up, I'd say. They were ready with their armed forces to provide assistance to local police in case the emergency services failed. And they did not refrain from calling out the members of the European Union for their insufficient cross-border cooperation for dealing with the upcoming disaster. Asian countries were the least prepared against the Y2K bug. But anyways, with their ongoing economic crisis in the 1900s, we don't expect them to be prepared about the internet, right? Even the United Nations got involved and contemplated on crisis management, which led to the formation of the Y2K Cooperation Center in Washington, D.C. After spending $300 billion in USA alone, January 2020 arrived and nothing happened. With a sigh of relief, there came accusations that the Y2K havoc was a planned conspiracy to drive everyone crazy, literally. Amidst this havoc, the demand of computers went considerably down and Japan entered recession. The tech-heavy Nasdaq fell from 5,000 to less than 2,000. A greater than 60% decline in less than 6 months. All this combined to affect the global economy at large. And the high income, chill and demanding jobs from the internet sector disappeared. The computer industry witnessed a demand shortage. Companies had already established their computer systems and upgrades in the past. It would now take years for them to generate a new requirement and demand for the same. Even the firms and individuals who provided Y2K support and assistance went out of work. The shortage of demands of software assistance, computers and technical support further had an impact on internet. Internet directly impacted the dot-coms, which further impacted the sale value and cost of the dot-com stocks. You see what's happening here? It's the house of cards falling down. With no more attraction to the dot-coms, the dot-com companies had nothing left to assure the investors about the upcoming profits. Companies that were worth billions scaled down to nothing. And you know what a smart person does? Well, they learn from their mistakes And so did our investors and entrepreneurs who decided that it would not really be a great idea to throw their funds in the sea of internet fishing for .coms. So they decided to hold on tight to their funds. Therefore, the .coms went out of business. In March 2001, USA entered recession, and on October 9, 2002, the Nasdaq crashed real bad. It was a 77.9% decline. Most of the .coms failed, while a very few of them managed to survive. The internet we see today is a product of all the trials and errors that it has been through in the past. Now it's time to get off the time machine, take a deep breath, relax, and look at the green IT sector around us. And reflect on how a small idea, the idea of a .com, could revolutionize the internet sector and cause such tremendous success and chaos all around the globe. And while you contemplate on that, don't shatter our dreams of reaching out more subscribers and enthusiastic viewers on our channel. So, you know the drill. Like our video, subscribe to our channel and share them with your friends. Stay awesome, stay curious. Until we meet next. Signing off.